What up, y'all? This is going to be my rant slash review of episode 16 of Dragon Ball Daima. Now, before I get into it, I have to give a little bit of backstory, right? Back during the time Dragon Ball Super was airing, during 2015 to 2018 when Dragon Ball Super was airing, right? There was a lot of issues during the run of Dragon Ball Super, but one of my biggest issues in Dragon Ball Super and modern Dragon Ball as a whole was how they treated the character of Piccolo Jr. Piccolo Jr. is easily one of the best characters in Dragon Ball. Um, he used to be one of not my like high. I mean, he's probably my favorite now, but back in the day, he definitely was like one of my favorites. Um, Back during Dragon Ball Z, how he everything he did in the Sand Saga, the Namek Saga, the Cell Saga, was great. He was a cool character. He was very serious, very stern, angry, but prideful. He was a reliable ally. And the coolest thing about Piccolo back in Dragon Ball Z was that he always wanted smoke. He was one of those few characters that was always training and he wanted to fight you no matter who you were. That's kind of what made Piccolo badass to me back in the days of Dragon Ball Z.
A man divided, a link between two worlds. His power alone could save the Earth. Unreal! When enemies come calling, bring it on. He's happy to oblige.
But in Dragon Ball Super, the way that he was portrayed, treated, and handled was honestly asinine. It was terrible. It was just insulting to somebody that was a fan of the character, and just insulting to just Dragon Ball in general. See, because of who Piccolo is as a character. So that was one of my main pet peeves. Well, not one of my biggest pet peeves during Dragon Ball Super, right? And that pretty much was the case for all of Dragon Ball Super until the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie where Piccolo finally got redeemed, I mean, even the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie wasn't perfect, but it was good. I still like the movie. But when Dragon Ball Daima came out, I noticed, they made Piccolo one of the main characters in Dragon Ball Daima. It was Goku, Vegeta, and right next to Goku and Vegeta was Piccolo. He was like the third musketeer, right? And of course, there was Supreme Kai and the other characters that came along for the journey in Dragon Ball Daima. That, yeah, they're main characters too, but fighting wise, we're not really expecting much from, Supreme Kai. Um, Supreme Kai is a fraud. We knew that back in Dragon Ball Z, but you know, he he's useful for like exposition and stuff like that. And of course, Glorio and the rest of them, they haven't really proven to be that strong. So the main strong fighters that we are really expecting things from in Dragon Ball Daima was Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo. Those so there's been a couple of issues with Dragon Ball Daima, but I'm gonna save those for another video. I'm just gonna focus on episode 16 for now. But you know, long story short, right? Throughout all of Dragon Ball Daima, right, the three main characters has been Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. In terms of actual fighting, and thus far, um, Goku has had a major battle um, between him and Tamagami 1. Sorry, Tamagami 3. Right? There's three Tamagamis that they need to face to get the Dragon Balls. I'm not going to summarize that because, if you're on the video, then you've been watching the show thus far. Anyway, so, Goku has fought Tamagami 3. Vegeta has fought Tamagami 2. Um, And I've been seeing a lot of people, just saying like, "Hey, Piccolo hasn't done anything, right?" But me, on the other hand, is a Piccolo fan. I've been staying patient because, I'm waiting for Piccolo to fight somebody actually formidable, right? You know, and there's been several people, on the table for Piccolo to fight. You know, he could have fought King Goma or Degesu or the Gamandari force that they've been uh, showing the past couple episodes, or you know, or Majin Ku or Majin Du. Something. There's a lot of people that Piccolo could fight, but point is, logically speaking, right? Goku and Vegeta, as of episode 16, have already had their battles, so Piccolo is the last one, right? So coming into episode 16, I'm expecting for Piccolo to have a major fight. So episode 16 begins, and the Gemandari force. Oh yeah, and one more thing before I get into the real review of the episode, right? With Dragon Ball Daima, being getting a lot of criticism when it was first announced because of them turning into kids, right? I supported Dragon Ball Daima. I defended Dragon Ball Daima from all the people that was giving the show unnecessary hate. But there was one condition that I had with this series, that if was broken, I wasn't going to defend the series anymore. My one condition: do not screw over Piccolo. Do not screw over Piccolo. Because that was the one thing that pissed me off all through Dragon Ball Super. And it makes no sense to make Piccolo a main character in this show and pull that shit on him again. And they couldn't do that, so I'm about to rip this episode a new one. All right, so the episode starts, and they're fighting the Gemandari force, the rip-off bootleg Ginyu force. And the first thing I thought as soon as the episode started, right, is, bro, if anybody but Piccolo fights these guys, and now that, there you go, there's this video. Anyway, and Gemandari Force comes in. They do their stupid little intro, and then Vegeta, and then Goku and Piccolo are all like, "Well, Vegeta, you got this, right?" Because apparently, Piccolo's a bitch, even though, yeah, Goku and Vegeta already had their battles, but, let's just let Vegeta fight the Gemandari Force. And another thing about the Gemandari Force is, man, what a fucking waste, man. What a waste of a villain. What a waste of villains. If they were just going to end up being fodder, because Vegeta just basically just one-shots all these guys in the most anticlimactic fashion possible, which I thought was fucking stupid, right? Why would you spend all those episodes, well, not all those episodes, but why would you waste all that screen time building up the Gemindari force if they were just going to be beaten that easily. Mind you, now this is episode 16 of 20. This is supposed to be the climax of Dragon Ball Daima, and they're still doing this lame shit. I've done had it with this, bro. Anyway, so moving along, after they get done that disappointment with the Gemindari force, just such a fucking letdown. I honestly expected a halfway decent battle from them, with all the build up they've been having, but they just completely wasted them in the most pathetic way possible. Like, if they thought that Vegeta beating them, one-shotting the Gemindari force, was that supposed to be fucking funny? Because that wasn't funny at all. That was fucking lame. That was lame as shit. Okay? I want exciting battles in Dragon Ball. That's what I fucking came here for. I like the story of Dragon Ball. I like the lore. But 16 episodes in, what the fuck is this shit, man? We're supposed to be getting exciting battles at this point. Not this fucking too many gags. It's too much gags in this show. I've done had it. Anyway, after we were done with that disappointment, they run across the castle. And they meet Degesu. Holy fucking shit. What a waste, man. Like, honestly, bro, Degesu could have been a good villain. He could have been a good villain. I don't care what you say, bro. He could have been a good villain. This dude had so much lore with the Supreme Kai in the Dragon Ball universe. He was part of like the tree that the gods came from in the Dragon Ball universe. And he was supposed to be like an evil Supreme Kai. You know? They could have really done something with Degesu. They could have really done something with him, man. But you know what they do? Man, oh fuck, man, bro. He gets defeated in the most pathetic way possible. I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit, man? Degesu was like one of the main villains in Daima. Had all this fucking lore, all this fucking build-up, and he gets defeated with one chop to the neck. They throw silly putty at this man, and then he gets chopped in the neck and he's defeated. Wow, what a pathetic way to go. What a pathetic way to go. And then, man, like, I don't really have too much more to say for this trash episode. I don't care about the fact that Piccolo was the one that chopped him, because like, what a fucking waste of a villain, man. Like, they could have had Piccolo and Degesu have an actual like real action-packed fight, but they decided to do this bullshit instead. I'm not having it. Anyway. And then, I mean, the last thing that happened in this episode was Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo. They go to see Tamagami 1. Obviously, there's no point in fighting Tamagami 1 anymore, because he was already defeated by Majin Buu, and he no longer has the Dragon Ball. But the thing that really pissed me off about this moment was the fact that Goku fought Tamagami 3. Vegeta fought Tamagami 2. Logically, Piccolo should be the one to fight Tamagami 1. But Piccolo didn't even volunteer to fight him. They were just gonna have Goku fight him again. Like, what the fuck is the point of Piccolo being there if he's gonna go the whole show without fighting anybody? What the fuck is the point of having him there? I told Dragon Ball Diamond not to pull this bullshit, man. I told you not to pull this bullshit, man. Don't fuck over my characters like that, man. Because I'm telling you right now, if these next episodes, if the last 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Daima don't hit it out of the park, I'm going to shit all over the show, man. You don't pull that shit on me, man. You don't bite the hand that feeds you, bro. This episode was complete fucking anticlimactic shit. So much wasted villains, man. You wasted the fucking Demondari Force. You wasted Degasu. You wasted... Man, they're about to waste Piccolo. They're about to waste fucking Piccolo. Like, oh my fucking god. Piccolo had better have a fucking action-packed fight in the next fucking 3 episodes, man. Because this shit's ridiculous. 16 episodes in and Piccolo hasn't done jack shit. So why did you make him one of the 3 main characters if you were going to pull this bullshit, man? But people talking about, oh, Piccolo's Toriyama's favorite character. No, the fuck he's not. No, the fuck he's not. Toriyama does not give a shit about Piccolo. He doesn't. Only reason he got a new form in Dragon Ball Superhero is because the fans pushed for it. It was a fan request. They heard the feedback from Dragon Ball Super, and they decided to give you some fan service with Orange Piccolo. But make no mistake, Toriyama don't give a shit about Piccolo. Maybe back in the day he did, but modern Toriyama, no. No, he does not. But, do I have anything else to say about episode 16 of Daima? No. This episode was ass. 0 out of 10. There was nothing good about it. Look, I really want to like Dragon Ball Daima, but this is one of those things that are like, that's like if they screw over Piccolo, that's a deal breaker for me. And wasting characters that could have been like really good villains and stuff like that, and just making the show anticlimactic on purpose. There are certain things that aren't gonna fly. That just aren't gonna fly with me. And those are 2 of them. So I think I said everything. Might make a couple more videos, but anyway, episode 16 of Daima. Fucking letdown.